Have it. Amendment 29, Lord Moylan.
My Lords, there have been a number of groups just now concerning marriage value, and I haven't spoken in them because I thought I would save my remarks to now. It's quite clear that what the government is proposing is, as I've said, simply expropriation. There's no other word for it. And it is one of the two most objectionable features in this bill. The second is the one I'm going to come to now as the subject of these amendments. These amendments relate to the setting of a cap for on ground rents for valuation purposes. Now, it will help some noble lords, perhaps, if I say that when I've mentioned this amendment, some people have said to me, why are you talking about ground rent? Because the bill doesn't introduce the expected cap on ground rents. That's the cap on ground rents payable. That is not introduced. But in Schedule 4, there are provisions whereby the government determines what the ground rent should be treated as for the purpose of valuations in the event of a leasehold enfranchisement or a lease extension. And these two amendments simply remove that cap. What is happening here, very simply, is another form of expropriation. It is quite simply that the ground rent that the tenant has signed up for and that the freeholder has a legitimate expectation of should be ignored in the assessment of valuations for those purposes that I mentioned a moment ago, and should be set at 0.1% of the property's market value as a cap. And as I say, this is simply another unwarranted interference with property rights, with almost no understanding or explanation on the part of the government of what the practical effects are going to be on the interests of legitimate freeholders, which include pension funds, charities and other parties. With that, I shall sit down, since I don't expect my noble friend to give way on the matter, but I think it's very important that the point is made. This is another of the two most odious provisions in the bill.